Is Ahmed Belloso from Tira a polarizing figure? What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Ahmed Belloso on the Tira podcast. Shout out to him, first of all. Second of all, how did he become a polarizing figure? I didn't understand it when it started happening. I don't understand it now. Ahmed pretty much blew up because of his coverage of the baby Emmanuel story. Ahmed was everywhere, talking to everyone, trying to find the baby. And for some reason, people start hating and people start saying, oh, he's putting out incorrect stuff. And, you know, your favorite newspaper from time to time has to retract a statement or even has to retract a whole article because of information that they thought was true at the time. They didn't mean anything by it. When they found out it was incorrect, they made things right. I think that's what that happens with everyone. We're not always going to get everything right. Ahmed Belloso was pretty moved by this story. And did he become overzealous at times? Maybe. But he was right there on the front line. He was seeing what was happening and wasn't happening. And he was putting out his stories. Now, he had, I think it was an emotional response, and it was too soon. It was too quick. And he said he was putting in his resignation and that he would no longer do any stories on the baby Emmanuel story. And I made a video right after that and said, I do not accept. And I asked my subscribers, my followers, to go and let him know we don't accept the resignation. Now, yesterday, I saw him and he had a he had a sticker on his forehead on the Tira podcast. He had a sticker on his chest on the Tira podcast. He was promoting, and I guess people are probably using some of his stuff without his consent. Not yet. You know, if you're going to use somebody's stuff, at least shout them out. And I think that's the problem he had. So the thing is he said that he received information. Somebody reached out to him and told him to head to a specific construction site that Jake and Rebecca were seen around on more than one occasion. Now, when I hear construction site, I think of Jimmy Hoffa. You know, they say he's in one of the stadiums. When they were building the stadium, they put them. I don't know. I don't know if this is legit, but I do know he was told that, and he's going to follow up on it. As much as I want baby Emmanuel to be found, I want him to be located, I want him to be set to rest in like a beautiful ceremony, I think it would be traumatizing if on the Tira, if Ahmed was to be the one to locate some remains. I've seen cop cam footage on YouTube where officers have a full-blown meltdown seeing the bodies of children decomposed. I also tend to think if baby Emmanuel is anywhere in that construction site, as horrible as it sounds, the reality is there would be a very bad odor. And if nobody is complaining about an odor in the area, this may be a dry run. However, all that said, I'm glad Tira is back on it. I think that this is one of those things where, and it happens in every case, the case breaks We hear about it. It's sensationalized everywhere. And then it's forgotten. So when people are saying that certain content creators on YouTube, on IG, on TikTok are all doing it just for the fame and for the clicks, well, every content creator puts out content that they hope people will watch. And it's up to us to have a message to motivate people to do something positive, right? One way or the other. But why is it that ABC and NBC and CBS and all these other media outlets that do the same exact thing, why don't they get the same scrutiny? Because they don't look like me, or they don't look like Ahmed or these other guys? Because they went to school for journalism? And even though they went to school for journalism, they still make mistakes. And yet, we are held to a higher standard than those that actually went to school and supposedly learned all the ethics. I want little baby Emmanuel found. I truly believe that for whatever reason, that little boy never had a day of peace once he left the hospital. What hospital was he born in, actually? Does anybody know what hospital baby Emmanuel was born in? Once he went into that home, for some reason, there was a hatred of that child, an innocent child. It was, how does someone hate their own flesh and blood? Whenever we make a child, whenever we create a life, supposedly, it's from the best of you and your partner. So how do you see that child and decide you need to hurt it every day until it could no longer take the pain, take the suffering, and it succumbs to the injuries? And I keep saying it because I'm not just talking about baby Emmanuel. I'm talking about little boys and little girls that are suffering the same thing right now, and we just haven't heard the story yet. So I'm okay with someone thinking whatever they want to think about me, as long as they're also thinking about justice for baby Emmanuel, and as long as they're thinking about justice for kids all over the world, because we need to step up. We need to make sure things are put in place to where when someone does something to their child, they don't get a slap on the wrist and then go back into a home with another child. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.